Hello friends! Today I am here with my binder maintenance video that I talked about in all of my end of 2022 videos. I just wanted to clean up a couple of things in all of my binders. I also had just, with like Itzy, I just had like a couple of photo cards that I wanted to put in. So I did that as well. So there's a little bit of updating, a little bit of cleaning, making covers for my binders that didn't have one as well. And I also added a new collection. But yeah, as you can see, I sped up the footage, and so I'm doing a voiceover now because I thought that this would also be a great opportunity for me to talk a little bit about my collection plans for 2022. I know it's already February, but it's good that I didn't do this video at the beginning of the year because my plans for collecting have already changed. But yeah, as you can see, I also did covers for the sections of my multi-binder, and that's something that I've just been meaning to do for such a long time. But my Itzy collection is almost complete. This is where I decided I actually didn't like this. And I had made a cover for the binder and also decided to include Twice because I got a bunch of Jihyo cards for Christmas from Melanie, which was so kind. The amount of joy it brought me to put these cards in, and the amount of excitement I have for collecting more of her cards, I cannot put it into words. So I'm so eternally grateful once again for Melanie for, helping me with the start of a collection. And I am just so in love with it already, and I definitely want to collect everything from Fancy onwards, because that's when I actually started actively listening to Twice. I was aware of them before, obviously, but I just wasn't super into them. And with Fancy, I feel like that really changed for me. And then Feel Special is when I actually started biasing Jihyo as well. And so I think that's a good point for me to start the collection. And I know there's 7 years is coming up, but I think that Twice is a lot of fun to collect. And so I think it will bring me joy, whatever ends up happening. In my Juhani binder, I just had a couple of things that I wanted to clean up. There was not that much to do. I think my Juhani binder is the one that's the most taken care of anyway. And so, just had a couple of things that I wanted to do with it. But for the most part, I, thought it all looked good. A couple of things are all over the place just because I have so many things. And sometimes I don't know where to put the stuff. But yeah, I'm happy with it. And I did my Pentagon binder as well. I just always use these love or take things for everything Pentagon related. I have a little box where I put my Pentagon photo cards in, and I just put that washi taped that thing on top of that box as well. I need to find a better cover for my Pentagon binder, but for now it works. It's fine. I finally put something so that you can actually see these with bookmarks. You are about to witness the way that I cannot cut in a straight line at all whatsoever. So I did end up just ripping it the way that I did first for the second page. I don't like how the edges look when you do that, but I still like it more than having the edge be not straight. So that's how I ended up doing it. But yeah, I have Hui's second one coming as well. So that feels really good to have that part of the collection complete. And yeah, I had a couple of things to put in as well. I have, for some reason, I have these 3 scratch cards of Hui, Kino, and Yenan, and I, obviously collect Hui and Kino, but I had the Yenan one just because it came with the album that Melanie gifted me for Christmas 2020, and for some reason I had exactly those 3 photo cards twice, so I just decided to do one at the top row where you could see the message and one where you could see the back, because I think the backs are really beautiful. And I'm always like, will people think that like that's my bias line, even though I guess technically my bias line is Kino, Hui, and Hongseok, right? But it just made sense. It's one of those things that just made sense. But I also did a bunch of things in my BTS binder. I just, when I started collecting BTS, I didn't have that many things. And so I just kind of put everything that I had in my binder just to fill that binder up. And I'm just starting to get to a point where my collection is so big that I am, I'm gonna have to start a third binder soon. But I decided before I would do that, I would just really go through the binder and really think about, what parts of this collection truly bring me joy, or like what I really want to focus on. And obviously with a lot of things, I'm already going by this, rule of if something fits in a 2 pocket, it'll be Tae and Hobie. If something fits in a 3 pocket, it will be bias line. If something fits in a 4 pocket, it will be bias line plus honorary bias line member Jimin. If something fits in a 9 pocket, I will just keep the entire set. If it's, like photo cards like the Festa calendar or Season's Greetings. And so I just decided to do that with other things in my collection as well, where I maybe hadn't really gone by that rule in the past. Because I had like a full set or whatever, right? But just because my binder is getting so big, I just decided to do that with a lot of things, except for with this Season's Greeting set, because I love it so much and it's so new. So I was like, okay, I'm not ready to like take this out of, take Namjoon, Jin, and JK out of my binder yet. But I don't know. That is just something that I decided to do. Not because I don't love all the members or anything like that. I don't know. I'm always scared that people will think that. But just because, with the years and new stuff coming out and my collection just growing in general, you just gotta prioritize somewhere. And there's obviously like OT7 things that I just took out of my binder as well. So, yeah. But anyway, in terms of collections that, or like collection plans in 2022, obviously like Jihyo, that's the goal or plan for 2022. Like it's a low priority goal, but it does exist. In terms of BTS, I definitely, as I have said before, want to focus more on mini photo cards again. And obviously, I will get all the new stuff that comes out too, but like in terms of backlist, mini photo cards is where it's at for me. For Monsta X and Juhani, I really want to get more of his broadcast PCs and a couple of like other more rare photo cards of his that I don't have yet. And I also have, started 2 new collections. And I've talked about this on Instagram a ton. If you follow me on Instagram, you know all of this already. But first of all, I have started collecting ENHYPEN. I just really love ENHYPEN's music. And I've really told myself that I wanted to focus more on just collecting albums of groups that I like to listen to. And that I don't have to stan a group for collecting their albums. And so I, knew that ENHYPEN was a group that I definitely wanted to start collecting. Obviously, they're still relatively new. There's not that much of a backlist. So I just really wanted to make sure that I get all of their albums this year. And I also collect Nicki's photo cards because he is my ENHYPEN bias. And in my next Neokyo haul, I think I will already have something ENHYPEN related in there. So I'm super excited about that. And then my other new collection that is kind of completely out of the blue if you don't follow me on Instagram is 17. I have listened to 17 for a really long time. And I've been following their new releases and stuff and been excited about their new releases for a while. But in January is when I truly started standing them, and I'm now a carrot. And Melanie has really just, gotten me into them because she really started standing them within the, past 6 months as well. And it's just been a really, really happy and joyful experience to stan 17. I have a lot of love for them. And so naturally, I, want to collect them as well. And it does make sense for me to collect their albums too, because I have enjoyed, again, their music for a while now. But I am also actively collecting my bias, which is Boo. And Melanie has already helped me with that collection as well and has started that collection for me, basically. And she sent me one of Boo's cards for Christmas. And when I opened that, I was already like, oh, I have a lot of feelings about this man. And at that point, like, my bias line was not sure yet whatsoever. But Boo was like, very high up there. And then she sent me a bunch more cards for my birthday, and that made me emotional. And I just feel like, just with watching Going 17 and just watching content where you really get to know them, I've just fallen more and more in love with Boo, who like initially just stood out to me because of his voice, but like I just love his personality so much as well. So for now, I am just focusing on collecting Boo's photo cards, and we will see where the journey goes from there. But I will obviously haul a whole bunch of 17 things, and I will start a 17 binder at some point. So I will talk about them a lot more for the rest of my life. So you can look forward to that. But yeah. For today, that is everything. I really have been able to talk for almost 12 minutes, and I feel like I could talk so much more, and there's so many more things that I could say. But I am, just really excited to see where my collections go in this year and to share all the journeys with you. And I just hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you with another video soon. Bye!